Okay, so I'm driving the D-Max 3-liter LSE, which is the second from the top model, automatic 4x4. And, first impressions is good. There are some speed bumps as you leave our office park. And usually when I go over them, whatever I'm driving goes like this. It sort of shimmies, sends a shiver down the car's structure. Not with this. This feels rock solid.
Most people will agree that the new Isuzu D-Max is a handsome machine, and this particular LSE derivative's appeal is further boosted with the addition of LED lamps all round, a chrome sports bar as well as a tow bar as standard. The neat roller lid for the load bay, however, is optional. Inside, the cabin will come as a revelation to owners of the current D-Max, with a tidy, modern layout and high-quality materials used throughout. The LSE model has a neat 9-inch touchscreen that is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatible. There's only a single USB outlet at the front and no wireless charging pad. The instrumentation is traditional, with 2 analog dials flanking a digital information display. One thing the D-Max's cabin has plenty of is storage space. Besides the center box underneath the armrest, there are 2 decently sized cubbies and another lidded storage box on top of the dashboard.
Now, in the past, double cab bakkies have struggled in the rear legroom department, but as you can see, I'm 1.8 meters tall. I'm seated behind my own driver's seating position, and there's more than enough legroom here. Actually, it's pretty comfortable. The backrest also is not too upright as they tended to be in the past. So, yeah, I think two adults will be pretty comfortable in the back here. You also have some pockets. You have one USB outlet here, and then very importantly for those long trips, ventilation outlets, and even over here, little coat hook. I think as far as bakkie second row seating goes, this is among the best. Nice grab handle as well. Just want to show you something else. If you want to get something a little bit bulkier in here, you don't want to put it in the back, you can lift up the cushion of the rear seat and clasp it to the back, and then you can do the same to the other side. You can get a pretty decently sized, maybe BMX in here even. Pretty good practicality. Right, out on the open road in the Isuzu D-Max, where I would imagine a lot of leisure bakkie owners spend their time. Now, to be honest, it is quite a firm riding bakkie. Not too bad around town where the roads are smooth, but out on these sort of, let's say, B roads, and unladen, I must add as well, it is quite stiff, and we found that with the Mazda BT50, which is of course this bakkie sibling as well. The engine, well, before I get to the engine, what is also noticeable is that there is not a rattle or a squeak. This thing is dead quiet inside, well insulated. I just think it speaks to a vehicle that's very well built. The only noise that you do hear is the engine, and that's got that typical Isuzu grumbly, rumbly sort of, I don't really want to give the power sound, which, admittedly some people like. I'm not particularly a big fan of it, but some of you do. And the power figures are, kind of par for the course for this segment. 140 kilowatts and 450 Newton meters of torque. And both of those outputs really are beaten by the current Toyota Hilux 2.8 already. And it will also be beaten by the upcoming Ford Ranger with the 2-liter bi-turbo diesel engine and I would assume the Volkswagen Amarok as well. So for now, the power outputs are decent, but the goalposts are going to shift quite soon. In terms of efficiency, Isuzu claims 7.9 liters per 100 kilometers, which is actually one of the lowest figures claimed in this segment. And in the real world, I'm getting around 9 liters to 100 kilometers, which is also pretty good. I mean, this is a big, heavy four-wheel drive, 3-liter bakkie. So 9 liters to 100 is pretty decent. So overall, on the road, drivetrain-wise, suspension-wise, it's a very decent offering. Oh, and you can tow 3.5 tons, as can most of the competition. You can put 1,000 kgs on the back if you need to. Right, we're almost at the 4x4 test location, and let's see what you can do there. Hi guys, and welcome to Hellgat. If you don't know your Afrikaans, Hellgat means hellhole, and that should give you some indication of how tricky it is in this on this 4x4 route. So, new Isuzu D-Max, this is a 4x4 derivative. It does have low range, it does have a rear diff lock. It's got about 232 mils of ground clearance. I don't know if that takes into account these side steps. Now, I'm not a big fan of side steps on an off-roader. They do tend to get damaged. But let's see, 30-degree approach angle. And then it's got these nice chunky General Grabber 265/60 tires on 18-inch wheels, which look like they will do pretty well off-road. I'm not going to be deflating tires or anything like that, and I am out here on my own, so I'm going to take it quite carefully. But certainly in terms of spec, it looks like the Isuzu is up to this kind of challenge. Yeah, very easy so far. Gosh, you know, it's been a while since I've been off-roading. It is a lot of fun, and Isuzu makes it so easy. Easy, but also, I don't know, somehow it makes you feel like you are doing a brilliant job at doing the off-road driving. Is there such a thing as an engaging off-roader? I guess, yeah, that's what I'm kind of experiencing. It's fun, very capable, you feel very safe. I would say that if there is one thing I can criticize is, and again it comes down to the fact that this game is evolving quickly, this off-roader, this double cab 4x4 game, is visibility. So this has a rear camera. When you hit reverse, it doesn't have a 360-degree camera or cameras that shows you, you know, your wheel angle or when you're close to an obstacle. So I think to even further maximize its off-road capability, that kind of camera system in this vehicle would have been awesome. And I do think that going forward in the likes of the new Ranger and Amarok and so on, that's the kind of tech you're going to see, and that's unfortunately what is missing in the D-Max. But that said, it's mighty impressive off-road. I'm going to try and tackle this nicely rutted incline here. Yeah, so easy. Too easy almost. Nice. I like it a lot. Wonder where can I go next? Play some more. Okay, one of the scariest obstacles here at Hellgat is this very steep sort of incline followed by a very steep decline, and once you're at the top you can't see anything. So yeah, you really have to trust your machinery, and I guess also your knowledge of the terrain. Obviously the best thing is to get out and to actually have a look, which is what I will do. But I did notice that it is very badly rutted on the other side, so it's going to be interesting to see how the hill descent control on this car copes with that. Let's select all the modes. There we go. All the beeps have stopped. Seems like it has to be in park or something. Okay, we're in 4 low. Oh, it's really difficult to see anything here. Okay, let's have a look outside before we head into the unknown. Yeah, it is badly rutted. Ah, still connected. Good. Okay, is on. Let's go. Yeah, it works really well. Yeah, it makes it look so easy. Sure, that was completely fuss-free. Yeah, I gotta say, that was a really impressive showing off-road. And now I'm doing a fairly rapid bit of gravel road driving as well. Feels very secure. You know, a lot of people swear by Isuzus, and a lot of those people I know because, you know, I grew up in, you know, small towns with lots of farmers, and they swear by Isuzus because they just no nonsense, tough, rugged kind of vehicles. Okay, heading back home now after a full day of driving the Isuzu D-Max, and I must say, driver comfort is excellent. The seats are really good. I don't know if you can see them, but yeah, they're quite figure hugging, not tight, but nicely bolstered, soft, nicely padded. Got a height adjustment, manual, and a rake and reach adjustable steering wheel, so the driving position is really comfortable. You've got cruise control, not adaptive though. You have to spend extra for the V-Cross to get that. And yeah, the infotainment system, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatible, so you know, some people will say you don't really need anything more, but I think Ford and Volkswagen is going to change that game significantly in the next couple of months. One USB port in the front, one USB port in the back. So nothing extravagant on that in terms of that. But yeah, it's just a car that feels ready to go anywhere and just not complain and be unbreakable basically. That's the kind of car that it feels like it is. Isuzu guys are going to love the new D-Max. You know, whenever I'm anywhere with a new Isuzu, whether it's the MUX or the D-Max, always Isuzu guys coming up to me asking me what it's like, want to sit inside, and they can't believe how advanced and luxurious the interior has become compared with the old model. And I think that's a good thing, but on the one hand it's also a bit worrying that it's only Isuzu people that are coming up to me to ask about the new D-Max. And I think that might end up being a little bit of a problem for Isuzu. This is a very, very good bakkie right now. If you're coming out of an old D-Max, it's phenomenal. I mean, the interior will really blow your mind. But will it win over non-Isuzu diehards? Not so sure. I think a lot of guys are going to wait for the next generation Ford Ranger and Volkswagen Amarok. We already know, you know, to some extent what they look like and what spec they will have and what kind of features the interiors will have. And I must admit, they look like a next generation vehicle compared to this, which is supposedly, you know, they're equal. So, you know, maybe Isuzu has a couple of surprises waiting in the wings, a very quick upgrade in a few years' time, and voila, you know, get rid of the sort of analog instrumentation, add some features to the infotainment system, maybe add electric seating, maybe even seat heating, and you're there. It's not a massive leap, because inherently this is a superb vehicle. It is more refined on-road, more than powerful enough, nicely efficient, excellent off-road, huge fun off-road actually, and it just feels unbreakable. It's well priced as well, I think, at around 770,000 Rand. You can pick from a whole variety of other double cab bakkies, most notably the Toyota Hilux Raider, which sort of similarly spec. This is a tow bar that Toyota doesn't as standard. A few other little bits and bobs that the Toyota lacks. You can also have the Nissan Navara Pro 4X, Pro X4, whatever, the top spec one. A little bit more expensive, but you know, that really looks the part. But if you're going to go that far, you can just as well go for the top spec Isuzu, which is the V-Cross, which really looks amazing and adds a whole lot of extra safety features, including adaptive cruise control, extra airbag, and so on. So it's about 40,000 Rand extra for the V-Cross. I think it's probably worth it. The V-Cross just, you know, it looks like a flagship bakkie, and it's got all that. Oh, it's got more of the tech. But if you can't go over 800,000, this has to be on your shortlist. It is really. It's very difficult to fault this Isuzu, except for maybe not being quite cutting edge enough in terms of its infotainment. And then the other good thing about the Isuzu is it does have an excellent service plan and warranty, which, if I'm not mistaken, is 5 years, 90,000 Rand service plan, and 5 years, 120,000 kilometer warranty, which is really good. The Navara is better though, but yeah, better than the Hilux. So overall then, Isuzu D-Max, pretty much what I expected. It's an excellent all-round bakkie, improved in key areas where the old one was lacking, which is sort of interior design, fit and finish, refinement, all those kind of things. But I think Isuzu just fell that little bit short in making it, in actually ending up with a product that will be where the goalposts will move to in about, 6 months' time. So they've got a little bit of work to do in the next few years or so, just to keep up to where Ford and Volkswagen is taking this segment. Hope you enjoyed the review, guys. I certainly enjoyed getting my feet dirty, my boots, I guess. Catch you later.